Hi everyone, it's Jessica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you the red, white, and blue fabric bundle that I've curated. I'm going to show you them all and talk to you about the kits that I have too. So let's get started. So this bundle, I have been looking at these fabrics for a while and I'm so happy that they're finally here and ready to go. It has 10 blue prints, 10 white off-white prints, and 10 red prints. I've cut it into fat quarter bundles and fat eighth bundles. I've also cut a few 10-inch square bundles that have 30 10-inch squares, and then I've done a few quilt kits with it. So let me show you these prints in detail, and then I'll talk to you about the kits. So there is a little bit of variability in the kits, and I have them listed how they are. So if you look at the pictures in the listing, you'll see exactly what fabrics you're getting. A few fabrics like this one, for example, instead of 15 yards, I only got 10 yards of this one. It ran out. So some of the bundles have this, and some of the bundles have this blue cross stitch substituted in for this one. They're all fantastic, so don't feel like you're missing out if one has a certain print and the other one doesn't. But so let's go through the blue first. This is one of them. I tried to do a variety of darks and lights. I like the way a quilt looks when it has some, variability in the shades, not all dark, not all light. I like a mix of both. So I tried to keep that in mind here when I was planning this bundle. And these fabrics are from Riley Blake and Moda. I mixed from both places. And the last blue. So then this is what the blues look like together. Really nice. Okay, next we have the 10 reds. So we have this one, this one, this one. I also tried to do a wide variety of like geometric versus floral. So I think it's a really good blend of all of those. And the last one is this one. This is another one. This I think I only got 10 yards of also because it was out. So some of the bundles, instead of having that print, they have this red cross stitch print. And again, if you go by the picture, you'll be able to see exactly what's in each bundle because I did, the pictures actually represent what you're getting. So this is our mix of reds then. And finally, the 10 whites. And these are a mix of white and off-white. I often like to mix those in my quilts. So that's what I did here for this. Some are white on white prints like this one. Can you see their flowers? And some actually are not white on white like this one. This is a white on white dot. This is a white on white floral, a Liberty one. This one I actually thought was going to be little gray X's, but I must have ordered it wrong because when it came, it's these white ones, but they're pretty too. Birds. And this one, this other print, I love this print from Lori Holt. It has a bunch of different, text. So these are our whites and off-whites. Okay, so as I mentioned, there's fat quarter bundles and fat eighth bundles of these, 30 prints for each one, and those are listed. I have the link below for my shop. The other thing I have quilt kits for is for Starshine. My printer ink doesn't look really great, so it's hard to get an idea for this, but I did 3 versions of Starshine and I only have 2 of each one, so they're gonna go fast, I think. It's for the throw size. The first one I did is this white background with red and blue prints. So for this one, you'll have the Moda solids in white, and then you'll get the 10 red fat quarters and the 10 blue fat quarters. And then you'll also get 2/3 of a yard of this binding for it. So that's one kit for Starshine. The next Starshine kit uses a light blue crossweave called Glacier. This is roughly what it looks like. It's not perfect again because my ink's not printing perfectly, but this is the Glacier crossweave. It's a really pretty light blue. That's actually pretty true to color right here. And for this one, again, you'll get the 10 dark blue fat quarters and the 10 red fat quarters. And then that light blue quilt kit with the Glacier, that'll come with 2/3 of a yard of this red binding. The final Starshine kit is the dark blue kit. This one uses marine crossweave, and then it just has the red and the white fat quarters. So they're all so pretty. I love them. But this is what the marine crossweave looks like. I got a little string there. Okay. It's really pretty. And then that will come with the 10 white off-white and the 10 red. And then it also comes with 2/3 of a yard of this blue binding. So the quilt kits, they're all listed, and it has pictures of exactly what comes with them. The information's also in the description too. So if you're confused and you want to know what comes with what, you can just refer to those pictures. I also wrote a blog post, which I will link to below, which gives you ideas for how to use this fat quarter bundle if that's what you purchase. So one of the projects that we've been talking about here is the no point stars, and I actually mocked this no point stars up in this exact fabric bundle. And because it has 30 fat quarters, you can make 30 blocks out of this, and it is this perfect throw size quilt, 60.5 inches by 72.5 inches. So it's a really great throw, and you don't need any other fabric to make the top than the bundle. Like, that's all you need. So it's really a great fit for this. The other one I mocked up is Two Step. Now, Two Step uses 38 10-inch squares, plus it uses your background color, this blue bit of yardage, this red bit of yardage, and then the binding. Now, the layer cake bundles that I have listed, there is only 30 10-inch squares in them, and it's got 10 blue, 10 red, and 10 white off-white. So you will only be getting 10 red and 10 blue. You wouldn't be using the white off-white in this bundle unless you wanted to put them to use in the pluses. So you would need to add more if you bought those bundles. If you started with a fat quarter bundle though, you'd be able to get your red and your blue out of this. So that's up to you. But I thought it looked so pretty in these red, white, and blue colors. I am planning a quilt along for this. I don't have the dates yet, but I will be finalizing those soon, so I'll be sharing that as soon as I have them. I did plan a quilt along for Starshine, and no matter what, version you're going to make, what color background, it doesn't matter. That quilt along I have starting June 12th, and it's a 6-week quilt along. So we'll be finishing up by July 17th for that one. I'll put the schedule to that below. It's also in the blog post linked below so that you have everything. There are also a few more quilts that I put in the blog post that could use these fat quarters or fat eighths. Scamper, that's a fat eighth pattern or a fat quarter pattern depending on how much variety you want, and you could get like the queen size scamper out of one bundle, which is really good. I hope you like this bundle. I get asked all the time if I would curate bundles and sell them. This is the first one I'm doing, so we'll see how this goes, and that will kind of judge how many more I do in the future. If you have any questions, just let me know, and if not, I'll see you back here soon. Thanks for following along.